People, I'm back. I'm attempting to work on the channel, and today I didn't want to leave you guys with just any Bible quote or anything like that. It's more, in this past year that I have not posted much, life has thrown different curveballs. We experience different challenges in different seasons, different lessons, right? And I feel like sometimes we will revert back to certain behaviors or making certain decisions based on those experiences, right? And then we can only receive the message, right, from anyone that crosses our paths based on our limited perceptions. And this past season or this past year has taught me a lot of things, and I wanted to leave you guys with the reason I've been gone and just soul searching and doing more of, reflecting, is that I lost a very important person in my life, and it was my sister on October 27th, 2020. It was very challenging. I'll definitely get into it, and once that chapter of the book is written, you guys will know many details about it. However, reason being, I've been just MIA, missing in action. But today, this verse or statement from this September 14th book, "In Each Day a New Beginning," confirmation, ignited different things inside of me based on what I've learned in the last season, right? Or the last year. You guys want to talk? Okay. So September 14th, Francis Marion states, "What a strange pattern the shuttle of life can weave." How short-sighted is our judgment about today's experiences? We'll see with clarity where they may lead us only after we've reached our destination. Of one thing, we can be certain. Today's experiences, in concert with yesterday's and all that's gone before, are combining to weave an intricate life design, unique, purposeful, and for our ultimate good. Always for our ultimate good. The experiences, the tests, the lessons that come our way on this beautiful journey of life, where we get to use our senses and reflect upon our lessons, it teaches us different things, right? How purposeful for our ultimate goal. We need not feel remorse over lost chances or unproductive behavior in the past. Our destination remains the same, and our arrival is guaranteed. Our actions and decisions are never wrong. We may veer off of course for a time, but the design of our lives will pull us back on track. The program, or in this book, Al-Anon, they use Al-Anon as a program, is part of the design of our lives, and I'd say God is a part of the design of our lives, right? It's helping us to stay on course. In fact, when we're working, and this is just based on Al-Anon steps, when we're working the Al-Anon steps, so we're taking steps towards our journey, climbing the mountain or the ravels of life, the uphills, the mountains, the molehills. When we're traveling on the course of our life, when we are working the steps, we're at ease with our direction, and we trust the outcome of our efforts to the power. Oh, it says the power of the program, because with every, whether it is the Bible, there is a process to it. Whereas an application for a job, there's a process to it, right? So with the steps, it will ease it. In fact, when we're working towards the steps, towards anything, right? This is talking about specifically Al-Anon, but I'm trying to compare it to life in different ways. And I know I'm all over the place because I did not prepare for this. I just randomly felt the need to do it. In fact, when we're working on the steps, when we're at ease with our direction, we trust the outcome of our efforts to the power of the program. This says we will add, and this is power of God, right? So I see it as to the power of God. We will add to the richness of our design today. Just as we have every day of our lives, we can anticipate today's experiences with an excited heart. There is something special going on in my life today, and I will give everybody and every event my full attention, rapt attention. I know you guys have heard me talk about that before, but this little passage here, the part where we need not feel remorse over lost chances or unproductive behavior in the past. Our destination remains the same, and our arrival is guaranteed. Our actions, our decisions are never wrong. We may veer off course for a time, but the design of our lives will pull us back on track. So God allowed those circumstances, those experiences to happen while you were on your way to your destiny, while you were on your way to your purpose, he made sure that you had those little distractions, because you need those things to add to what you are going, where you are going to be. So even though you think you may have fell off track, I haven't posted anything in a year. Even though I think I may have fallen off track, I will arrive to the same destination, because even though when I veer off course, it's because God said, hey, you need to know this before you get there. You need to know this before you get there. I want to let y'all know that regardless, do not be discouraged and do not feel remorse over lost chances. Do not feel remorse when we backtrack, or regret, because it's all is adding to what we need to move forward. So yes, many times you will find yourself completing the same cycle, or going in the same cycle, experiencing the same entity, the same person, the same personality, the same experience, until God feels that when he throws you this experience or this cycle again, that you've learned that lesson. So in the last season, I learned, loving yourself. And then little did I know, he was teaching me a greater lesson, that people can only receive you, or you can only receive someone based off your limited perception. So he will veer you off track, or where you think it's off track, it's right on target, just so you can learn what you need to learn to be able to absorb and be right on track. So even though when you think you're supposed to go straight up the mountain, maybe he made you turn, because maybe the elevation was, you couldn't breathe at that elevation. We're all experiencing changes, and we all revert back to certain behaviors. I went into a deep depression, and I was self-medicating in different ways. And people who know me know how I have reverted in the past to self-medicate. And then I've also taken self-reflection and thought, oh man, I was hard on myself because I reverted back. But didn't realize that I needed that to be able to get over what I was experiencing. When you lose your best friend, when you lose a job that you relied on, when anything feels unsteady and change is uneasy, is because he's trying to teach you something. He's trying to keep your attention. Okay? I just wanted to let y'all know that. Do not be discouraged. Even though you think you might not be on track, you're exactly where God wants you to be. You're learning exactly what needs to be learned, so that you can get right back up there and exactly what to roll, or to be on the path that you thought you would be on. You're supposed to take the turns. You're supposed to take a different way, because maybe there was something worse if you were going to take that straight and narrow path to that goal. So sometimes, at times I was trying to figure out what the purpose is. And, I do not know everything. I struggle with certain things as far as like physical. I could be in better shape physically, but I know great eating habits. I have great eating habits, and I'm just very inconsistent with the workout habits. So, I will continue to learn or continue to experience that and not get to that destination of the reward of seeing that until I